We are back, we are back, we are back. All right, welcome, comic book fans. Today, I'm showing off my Doctor Aphra first appearance books. I have all the different printings and the variant for it. So I'm showing them all off because I'm sending these books off to get graded at CGC. And I'm not going to have these books with me for a long time. So I want to document them and have them at least to look at on video because I'm probably not going to get these back until maybe sometime during the summer or maybe the fall. Who knows? CGC seems to be backed up quite a bit lately. So I'm not going to have this complete set of these little books here for a long time. So I figured make a video and send it off because hopefully this character will make an appearance on Disney Plus at some point or in a movie of her own or some kind of announcement or something. So a lot of speculation about this, but this is a character that I really love. And I got all these books mostly when they came out and got some of the slabs a little later because it takes a little while for to get slabs back. You know how it is. All right, so this book right here is Doctor Aphra. Actually, it's Darth Vader number 25 action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher. I'm just giving you a frame of reference because that's what Doctor Aphra looks like. Her first appearance is here. And this one, that's Darth Vader number 3. There were 4 printings of this. The first one is blue. And you can see Darth Vader looming over her shoulder and her 2 droids there. They're like murder droids. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool series, and hopefully we'll see it on Disney Plus pretty soon. So this is the first printing. As I say, there were 4 different ones. Now, all the first 4 printings are basically the same cover art, except they change the colors in the background, as you'll see. I'm about to show you as we go through this. So yeah, that's the first printing. This one's probably the most famous one, the most common, the one that people know the most. And then there was also a 1:25 ratio variant by Salvador LaRocca. This is 1:25. I have a couple of copies of that. Those are going off to get graded. Yeah, so I'm hoping these come back in high grade because I want to have all of the stuff slabbed. So at the end of this, I'm going to show you my slabs because I have a few of these slab, but not all of them yet. I'm counting my way down and I'm doing a submission. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I really like Doctor Aphra. You know, I know it's like a hot, you know, spec book and all that, but you know, I really like it, and it's one of those things for me where the speculation game has intermingled with my collection. So when that happens, that's really nice because I got all this stuff basically for cover price. Well, the ratio is a little extra, of course, but I got all these books mostly for cover price, and I've been stockpiling them, hoping that something good would happen. So, all right, so that's the 1:25 ratio variant. This is probably the most expensive book. There's another book that's close to this at the end. I'll show you the 4th printing, but this one for now is probably the most pricey money book, I would say. So yeah, so that's the 1:25 ratio variant. All right, so I'll run down these at the end. So as I say, there was this is the second printing. You can see here, it's like this reddish orangey color. Yeah, well, it's the same cover art as before as the first printing. They just changed it around. But yeah, this one is a little less plentiful compared to the first one, but certainly not quite as valuable. The first printing has taken off recently. So this one is probably the cheapest one, actually, of all the books I'm going to show you. This one's probably the least expensive one, but still pretty cool, though. I like it. Pretty colors there, you know? So I dig it. So that is the second printing. Okay, moving right along. Again, here we go. This is the 3rd printing. It says 3rd printing up there. You can see it. It's the green color. Same cover art as before, just green this time. This one is the toughest one for me to get. The one that comes after this, the purple 4th printing, is more expensive, but for some reason for me, I had a hard time coming across this one. I got one at Midtown Comics when it came out, and then a couple more I got online immediately after. This one was not easy for me to get, and it's kind of a sleeper, I think, you know, because most people talk about either the first printing or the 1:25 Salvador LaRocca one, or the fourth printing. But this one is like a sneaky sleeper one. I kind of like it. Yeah, so pretty cool. That's the third printing. All right, so coming up after the third printing, obviously, you guessed it, because you're smart. There's the fourth printing right there. That's the fourth printing there. Yeah, this one's the probably the lowest printed one out of all of these. Maybe the one in 25. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, this one is tough. I think there's only like maybe 900 or 1,000 or maybe like 1,100 of these ever made. Because when these were being printed, I think comic book stores had plenty of copies of the first printings before this, that I think they were kind of saturated, and only the bigger stores probably got it, like Midtown Comics and places like that. But this book was pretty well saturating the market by the time that this came out. So not a lot of comic shops ordered this one, and so once they dried up, that was it. So this book got really expensive really fast. So yeah, so that's the fourth printing. All right, so I'll show you all the different copies I have, and then I'm going to do the slabs and hopefully wrap this up pretty quick, because this will be a fairly short video for my channel, because usually I take a lot longer. So yeah, as I say, this is the first printing, and I have 4 copies of this. It's the blue one, and I got 4 of those. Pretty nice. Yeah, so this is probably the most common one, but it's taken off recently. Yeah, because she's going to appear, we think, probably on Disney Plus, or maybe she'll get her own movie at some point. We shall see. But yeah, so this one's taken off. So I got 4 copies of the blue one, which is the first printing, and then the second printing, which is the orangey reddish one. Kind of jumps out at you. Pretty nice. Yeah. And the subsequent printings always say like second, third, and fourth printing here. The first one does not. Just to show you. See, it just says Darth Vader #3. It doesn't say second printing or first printing or anything like that for this, of course. But the other ones do. So yeah, so that's the this one is the second printing. So I'm going to run down the line of these, and then at the end here, I'm going to show you the ones I have slabbed. At the tail end of this, I appreciate you hanging in there and watching this with me. So that's that. Okay, so then the green one is the third printing, and I got 3 copies of this one that are raw. So again, it says third printing up there. Yeah, so I really like this one. The green one's, like I say, like a sleeper hit for me. I like it a lot. But you know, the marketplace, I think, wants the 1 in 25 and the fourth printing, and of course the first printing for people that don't like subsequent printings or reprints or any of that stuff. You know, some people don't dig that, but I do, as you can see. So okay, so then this one is the real toughest one to get. This one is the fourth printing. I think there's only about 1,000 of these ever made. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure. I think 1,000, 1,100, something like that. So yeah, it says fourth printing. It just has like the purple. I hope it's coming through on the camera there. So yeah, so you can see some of that up there. It says fourth printing, you see. So for the fourth printing, I have 5 of these raw. And I have, then I'm going to do the slabs in a minute. So yeah, so these are all the fourth printings. I have 5 of those. So of all of these, I think this is the one I have the most of. Yeah, I believe it is. But it's probably the most rare, because I was really stockpiling these when they came out. So, all right, so those are my raw books. As I say, these ones are, a lot of these are going off to CGC to get graded. So now I'm going to show you my slabs. So this is the second printing. I have this in a 9.8, as you can see. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. They look nice in the slab, real nice. I'm trying to get all these books I showed you here today in a slab 9.8, hopefully, if the gods are with me. So yes, so that's the second printing. Okay, this is the third printing. Yeah, again with the green, real nice. I like it. 9.8, beautiful. Looks nice in the slab. This is, out of all of these, this is the one that I put on display in my little comic book room, and because I don't know, I just like how it looks, even though the other ones are probably worth more money. But I just like how it looks, and I'm a fan. What can I say? So that's the third printing, and then this is the fourth printing with the purple. It says fourth printing. You can see that. Yeah, pretty cool. I dig it. So nice. So I have I'm missing. Let's see. I'm missing the first printing and the ratio variant, but I got 2 copies of those, the ratio one. So those are getting graded. I'm making this video because I'm sending off books to be graded at CGC. So they won't be here for a long time. So we're gonna send them off. Oh, there's one other thing that's kind of a little side note thing to all of this. It's pretty cool. It's not a first printing or first appearance. It's this one. This is the Halloween Comic Fest. It says Darth Vader #1, Doctor Aphra. They made this as a free comic book during Halloween Comic Fest. Because I think at this point, when this thing was printed and came out, I think sales of Doctor Aphra, or Darth Vader, this series, these books were kind of lagging a little bit because I think they kind of saturated the market and it didn't really, go anywhere for a little bit. And there were plenty of copies out there for a while before it got, they dried up and the prices jumped. And I think they were trying to renew and reinvigorate interest in Halloween Comic Fest. So in addition to that one, because I'm a completist, I'm the guy who paid for a free comic book. So there you go. This one, this one I got for free, and this one was not free. I got that one on eBay, I believe. Yeah, that was on eBay, and that was the first time I'd ever seen that comic book, in a slab, and it was pretty cheap when I got it. It's kind of gone up a little bit. And one of the things about this book, even though it's a free comic book, you would think that it's no big deal. But I'm going to show you the back of this is tough because look at this. This is all black, and it's, when you have a black cover like that, it's susceptible to nicks and ticks and wrinkles and rips and all that stuff. So, yeah. So that is not easy to come by because I don't think people took care of them because most people don't bag and board free comics. A lot of people don't care, but so it's just like the first printing. It's like the blue one. I'll just show you real quick. It's almost identical, really, if you look at it. I mean, they shrunk her down and they added that Halloween Comic Fest banner at the top. So it's basically the same thing, pretty much. So yeah, so I'll just put it here. You can check it out. So yeah, so there's that, and then yeah, this one here is probably the money book. So yeah, so pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and have a great day. I appreciate your time. Keep collecting comics. See you on the next one. Thanks a lot.